inflation has been holed up in financial assets. And if we start to see a repositioning out of these financial assets into tangibles like gold and silver, which it appears that we are, I think you're going to see a real rush to take all of these dollars that have been created over the last several years and put them in somewhere safe. It's much easier these days to make money than it is to keep it. And I think you're getting people that are beginning to realize that.
The objective of any investment is twofold: to protect and diversify savings and to earn money. Gold is one of the best assets to own to achieve the former. Gold is incredibly valuable and always has been. With confidence in financial institutions shaken since the 2008 crash, gold offers an alternative to stocks and shares or government bonds. The global pandemic in 2020 and 2021 has resulted in the printing of large amounts of money and an increase in the national debt. Gold has once again become a popular investment option to protect silver from the inflation that seems likely in the coming years. Although the long-term protection of your wealth is often the primary goal of investors, it is quite possible to make money with gold, just like trading stocks and shares. However, making money with gold is a different proposition, and it's more about patience than quick and responsive trading. In today's video, we will share what Andy Schectman has to say on becoming wealthy with gold and silver. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon to never miss an update.
There's so much money out there chasing a very small amount of gold. What does that remind you of? That's price inflation. The more demand, the less supply is only going to jack prices up higher and higher and higher. And I really think that the smart guys are getting their bullion out of the warehouses now while they still can. And it always starts way up here and starts to trickle down. And you're talking the wealthiest private investors in the world are taking 175 million ounces off of COMEX. I would argue something wicked this way comes.
Large sums of silver are taking over the metal and in staggering amounts. So whether you're here in retail and you realize what rising interest rates are going to do to your stock portfolios, your bond portfolios, your real estate portfolios, or your cash inflation, again, you're witnessing an awakening, a gradual awakening that continues. Much of this inflation has been hidden in financial assets. And if we start to see a repositioning of these financial assets into hard goods like gold and silver, which appears to be, you're going to see a real rush to take all these dollars that have been created over the last several years and put them in a safe place. Nowadays, it's much easier to earn money than to keep it. We are not commercial banks. We are not sovereign wealth funds. We fight for crumbs. But when we see these kinds of record withdrawals on both silver and gold, COMEX, commercial bank SLV, backdoors, and the huge physical exchange of withdrawals on the London Metal Exchange, they go to great lengths to take physical possession of it. They will only increase as we realize that the Federal Reserve will not do the right thing to fight inflation, and that inflation will further erode the purchasing power of people who have dollars. The world is divided into two, East and West. The East is a group of countries dominated by raw materials. The West is a debt-ridden group of insolvent countries. If you believe that 850 million ounces of silver are mined each year, we only have 55 million ounces supporting the Western pricing mechanism. So the big guys realize that, and they're doing everything they can to get them off the trades and prepare. And that's going to trickle down to the general public. Most people never manage to invest because they follow the herd. There is a whole school of thought, wave theory, Elliott wave, and radiated wave. All of this is based on human emotions, and the wave theory is very accurate to the point where human emotion is very powerful, and that is precisely what not to do when it comes to investing. But the big guy always repositions himself when others don't even think about it. When the gold and silver are lying down and nobody wants it, that's when they reposition themselves. Many people rush to look for gold in difficult times. The shiny metal has remained valuable since the beginning of recorded history and tends to hold up well during stock market crashes and periods of high inflation. In tough times for the stock market, there's an old cliche that cash is king. But some people want a better haven for their hard-earned money, and they're turning to gold. For thousands of years, the most popular investment was gold, the finest metal that could be bent, reshaped, buried, and reused over and over again. These days, you have so many more options. Still, if nothing but gold, will do.
You know, human emotion is very powerful, and it's precisely the wrong thing to do in investing. But the big guy is always repositioning when other people are not even thinking about that. When gold and silver are beaten down and no one wants it, that's when they're repositioning.
That's all for today. Let us know your views in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video before leaving. Thanks for watching.